All right, Dr. Dixon, we are live. Are you ready to kick this thing out, brother?
Man, I am so ready, brother. Let's do this. I
Let's do
appreciate
it.
it.
KTTV, giving you what you need. Motivation, education unleashed. H-Town representing, we forever keep it rolling. Join the conversation with inspirational stories. Thought-provoking, feel that energy. Kendrick Thomas aiming to lift the community. True indeed, tune in, come and see. Giving you what you need. KTTV, let's go. KTTV.
What to do, KTTV? This is KT, and I am here for the second episode of Bros Talk Podcast. And I got my co-host in the building with me, Dr. Dixon. What it do? How you feeling, baby?
Yes, sir. I am happy to be here, good brother. I am Dr. Nkrumah Dixon. Thank you, everybody, for joining us live here for Bros Talk Podcast. We definitely want to take this time to understand and what it truly means to be a brother, obviously, in Omega Psi Phi fraternity, and how that
Hey, there we go.
Yes,
hey, y'all. The biggest things, like Dr. Dixon said, this is all about the leadership, the life, lifting up that community. And so tonight conversation, we got one for y'all.
Ooh.
We got a candidate in the building.
Hey, the heavy hitter.
What I would tell you when I was going through this process, man, I would see that brother. I say, yeah, man, I see that brother online, man. When they be saying his name when they say the district. I say, man, we got to talk to that brother. So we got brother Bernard Clayton Jr. in the building tonight. So what we'll do, y'all, we'll get into that conversation. But first, I want to kind of talk to Dr. Dixon because we had a big event.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We had some awards. Hey, man, look, I ain't gonna say, it was emotional or anything like that, but they had to be cooking some onions or something in the back there, man, because it got kind of loose in that thing, man. I say, but it's such a good time, man, being able to fellowship. Even Brother Bernard came in, so just to be a part of that, man, it was a good day, man. So
it was a great day, great day.
Ceremony, man. What did you think about that?
Well, first of all, it was congratulations to you. Congratulations to your line. Obviously, our event was solely focused on the outstanding accomplishment that you and your brothers and you and your line brothers finally participated and came into Omega Psi Phi. We were thoroughly happy that many of you brought family members. We got a chance to meet some of your wives, some of the girlfriends, and it was just an outstanding event dedicated to y'all and the accomplishment that y'all did. I mean, it is something to be said about joining Omega. As we always say, there's only one way into Omega. And so it definitely does not matter your age, but your ability to persevere is what really counts. And so it's accomplishment, and it's a big, big shout out to what y'all went through. And so our Purple Blazer affair, we blessed y'all with your blazers. And so now, as we do in the Mighty Night, you are officially ready to do Omega business when you get to take care.
Look, yes, man, that was a hell of a day, man. Just to be a part of that, be a part of the legacy, being able to share that moment with these brothers, man, because it's so good, man, to be able to see, your future, right? To see who you want to be. Right. And a lot of the times we don't find that brotherhood, we don't find that legacy. And so we walk through this thing on our own, and until you be able to be a part of something like this, you kind of out in them streets. But like I say, being able to walk side by side on this journey, being able to serve, lift others as we climb, it's a beautiful thing, man. So
awesome.
Really share some of that information out here, some of those pictures. Big shouts out to Mama. Yeah, that was us. Everybody was ready there. Look in the front. So what was the award, Dr. Dixon?
Oh, brother. I mean, I was truly blessed, caught completely off guard. The chapter blessed me with an award, just really acknowledged me. And I pray that one day everybody gets that opportunity to just be recognized for the work that I've done for the Alpha Mu Mu chapter and the work that I've done here in Omega. So it caught me off guard. It got me all choked up. My wife didn't even know about it. I had to hold back those tears. And so it's something to be said. And I appreciate the brothers for doing that. And so they caught me off guard on that one. I'm a little mad because I'm on the committee, as I stated. So they held that one from me, but it was a good day. It was a good day to be an Omega, man.
And that's it. All right. Well, I guess that'll hit it for our intro, man. Let's take us a quick break. And when we get back, let's get ready to bring our guest on for the evening because it's some good information that I want to talk to this brother about. And
I'm looking forward to this. Yes, sir.
The big why on the campaign, man. So he's been already doing that work, but now you want to take it a step further. So let's talk about it. We'll be right back.
See the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and a giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and
All right, welcome back to the Bros Talk Podcast. Oh, y'all, this is gonna be a good one tonight. Dr. Dixon, how you feeling, man?
I am thoroughly enthusiastic about this brother that we have coming on here tonight. I cannot wait to hear what he has to say. We're bringing on Brother Bernard Clayton Jr., our current District KF. And so I'm looking forward to this meeting that we're going to have with the good brother.
All right, man. So let me take this banner off here so we can see the good brother. Hold on. How you doing tonight, Brother Clayton?
I'm good, man. I certainly hope I can live up to this enthusiasm y'all put out in the air, man. I mean, you know, I'm just a regular brother, man. Trying to do my part to make Omega better.
That's it, man.
I love it. I love it, man. I'm glad I was able to join you all. You had this forum for me to participate this evening. So I'm looking forward to the conversation myself.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So now before we jump into anything, we wrapping up this 2025. And it's always important, man, just to do that wellness check as we get ready to close this out. So how have you been doing, brother? And how is everything going on your end as you wrap up the year?
Well, bro, outside of Omega, man, very interestingly enough, I had a doctor appointment today. I usually do my physical around my birthday, which is in February, but I got those little, you know, if you got the FSA, you got to spend that money. I got a flu shot today, bro. I feel pretty good about that. You know, I'm not a small dude, but I'm healthy. I feel like I'm kind of, I mean, you know, I feel like I'm in pretty good shape. So I got to stay on top of that, especially as I get older. Y'all don't see these grades coming up, but as far as my health, man, I feel pretty good about it. I got good brothers around me that check in. We hold ourselves accountable. In my circle, I'm one of the younger people in my circle, although I'm not that younger, man. In my circle, I'm one of the younger guys. So we talk and jive with each other all the time, man. You know, New Year hits, everybody go do that health challenge. I want to get to the gym. I'm going to be realistic. I'm going to try to smoke 1 or 2 less cigars, and I may get a little walk in. But I got a 6-year-old, bro, so she keep me on my toes. So if no other reason, anything, I got to be around for her. So I let her see me get my shot today because she actually went to the doctor as well. So it's one of those things, man. I got a bigger purpose now to be here. So definitely make sure we stay healthy and intact and here for the brothers, here for my daughter as well.
Awesome. That's what I like to hear.
Before we even jump in, man, can you just give us a little bit of background on you? And I know he said current KF. And so then even if you just want to kind of expound on what that means for the people that don't know, since we do have some people outside the family on tonight.
Okay, I can appreciate that, bro. I circulate this literature, and it's a lot of reading. Current KF, this District Keeper Finance. So in every chapter, you have a Keeper Finance, similar to your treasurer. And in our district, brother, we got the second largest district in the fraternity. 5,000 members is our bar. So we're talking, man, maybe close to $1 million we're responsible for at this level, investing, operating, putting off meetings and workshops, and just operating the district. So from that aspect, I'm the fiduciary manager for the district. Have those conversations with our auditor, with our budget team, make those presentations to the brothers, and just make sure that our money's in a good place. He says current district keeper finance because that's my current role. I did do it for the Houston Area Coalition, which is a 13-chapter coalition in the Houston area, Houston metropolitan area, which is how me and Kruma actually met when he was a neophyte back in the day. Actually, I think I might have been around for the founding of the chapter. So this brings it full circle. And
full circle. Yes, sir.
I ain't gonna say I gave that boy the blues, but if he did call me an asshole, I can understand where it would come from. I can't.
Hey, look, as long as somebody called him and said, "Hey, man, it's gonna be 6 more months." Show, man. Look,
it's all good, but yeah. So I'm former district keeper, records and seal, which is another district position. This is back probably 10 years ago, and currently I'm also International Achievement Chairman. So what that is, brothers, is that those celebrate Founders Day. We got an essay contest. I do that across the board for all 35,000 active members in our fraternity. And on that committee, I have a member from each district. and an undergraduate at large that sit on that committee from all around the world. My resume at Omega Brothers, it's 23 years of good grinding work, brothers, but it's not done for titles. It's done in progression of what I can offer the fraternity. And that's why I'm here today as the first vice district candidate, because I know that next level is what I can do and where we can take the district. But it's with the brothers. If we don't have the support of the Omega men in the area, Omega men around you, you won't be successful. And I've been successful because I've had support. We have good ideas. We don't always agree, and I think that's good. They say iron sharpens iron. Omega, that's certainly true. So I've been able to grow in Omega, and some brothers will watch me grow. I just think it's time for that next step. But as your current district keeper finance, I think we're doing a good job. I hope we are. I think the responses say that. But it's time to do that next thing. And as a former district KRS brothers, that you're going to see when we start talking about candidates, brothers. Some good guys in the race, but when it comes to apples, brothers, I got a few pineapples and kiwis and strawberries I'm putting on the table too. So
That's it. That's it.
DKF, I appreciate you sharing that, but I mean that's an exceptional resume, exceptional work in Omega. But we're curious, what experience in life helped you, prepare for these leadership positions? Tell us a little more about what it.
Right, and I was thinking about this. I think this will give me an opportunity to go a little bit deeper. I was thinking about that today because I didn't know what you all were going to ask me, and I prefer to keep it that way. That'll keep me on my toes of going to these sessions. But I started preparing for this probably back in 1986 when I was in kindergarten. Come on, man. But this is just my mode apparatus since I was a kid, man. I used to work at a barbershop. I was a little boy that swept the floor and did the little
you were that boy. You were that kid.
And did the little wish thing for tips. What I started doing on Saturday mornings, bro, for those that actually go to a barbershop and sitting there with older men, I go in there early. We had I'm from Richmond, Virginia. We had two papers, the Richmond News Leader, Richmond Times Dispatch. I would get in there early and read the paper because I know that Saturday morning, somebody would come in that barbershop talking some noise. And I wanted to be able to at least be able to have that dialogue. So I was getting there. I get there and read that paper, man, so I can know when it was time to call somebody on some BS because I actually read what it was in black and white. So that's where it started there, bro. Just that work, man. And then from just wanting to, I've always been around older gentlemen. I work with a reverend. In that role, I work with a reverend and a bishop. So we always had different perspectives. And you've been in a barbershop, man. Everybody, think they're the best barber in there. That's just like Omega. Right. Just a room full of alpha men. Everybody think they're the best barber. Everybody know exactly what they talk about. Everybody's always right. I've been in that environment since I can remember. That's just what it's been. So I've been preparing for this where I am in Omega, brother, since I can remember. Beautiful. Since I was So that took me to Morehouse. That environment. I don't like to toot that horn too much, but there's a certain caliber of men that attend that institution. And so that's just a branch off where I was as a little boy. So this has been a lifelong journey to prepare me for where
Bro, that's good stuff.
Oh man, boy, say that Morehouse. Look, we got
But I had to say I graduated from Morehouse because some people go to Morehouse and don't finish the experience. So again, y'all gave me this forum, so I'm gonna take a little jab every now and then. So
you are the guest. You are the guest.
2001 graduate of Morehouse. Some guys go, and it's no knock to them. Everybody's experience is different, but I ran that gauntlet, bro. So I did that.
Come on, man. Look, what Dr. Jefferson say. Yeah, he called Dr. Neo. Oh my God, man.
Doc, he's one of my favorite Neos. I actually deemed the line when he was one man show by himself. So a lot of respect for him. That's one of my favorite neophytes, man. But I had a lot of fun with Mr. Nkrumah Dixon.
Full circle. I think he was a DP to my Sands, and so we got real close. We got real close, real fast.
I don't know if we can say DP in this environment, bro. But there was a time, man, where and like I said, I can understand why Nkrumah at some point in his life didn't care for Bernard, and I'm okay with that because we've come a long way. We've come a long way since then.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So now I think you went into it a little bit, and I don't want to I guess go too political, but understanding like that role of the keeper of finance, right, and being the manager of the money. Being the KRS, so moving over to now first vice, how do you see all that experience bringing you to that role, and what would be kind of the different responsibilities if you can kind of put a few of those out that just say it'll be so much more?
Great question, Neil.
So here's a unique perspective I bring. One, not only as the chief administrative officer is KRS, and now chief finance officer is KF. I am an International Achievement Week chairman. So the first vice, in addition to being prepared to be next up for the DR, if something should happen to the DR, you manage the committees. So in tune with knowing what's going on with the money, knowing what's going on administrative, you know what should happen. So that gives the DR a little time to go pursue his mission, his vision for the district, because you can handle some of the administrative responsibilities. Even with the thing we just talked about with intake, I'm not gonna say the other candidates in this race haven't deemed the line, but what's more important to the brothers, man? You go talk about intake and where the money is. I've dipped my hand in both of those pools. In the administration, brothers want to know the records are safe, want to know what them service awards are coming up, and just want to know the minutes are kept correctly. So you got that, and then the experience, which is very unique, being international chairman. On a quarterly basis, I prepare a report. That's our cadence to report out. So brothers want to know what our committees are doing. And then if successful, once successful in this pursuit of first vice, my primary responsibility is to make sure these committees are run well. And because I have the cadence from international level, knowing how that should go, there's some things that I see on a basis that most brothers don't see that I can bring to the 9th district and then turn to the coalition and to your chapter to help you grow and be successful.
That's right. Facts. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I want to ask another question, but I know sometimes Brother KT has to go put some things in there. Do we have anything that we have to do, or can I move on to this next question?
Unless we want to, I did get some more. Who's there, Ramon? What's say the one man show?
One man. I will have him hit his skip for y'all, man, so y'all can see that. that one man show is something special, man. Yeah.
Let them know. But yeah, let them know. But that's about you.
What you got, Doc? Give it to us, man.
Hey, I'm just really curious, in terms of the top priorities, in the 9th D right now. Obviously, you will definitely have your hand with committees and things of that nature. What is one of our top priorities in the 9th D? You could even break it down to the Houston Coalition also. We're very curious. Where do you stand on that, and what should we be looking forward your leadership from that capacity? So
unfortunately, in this role, I have to step outside of my hands-on activity of the coalition. For those that are engaged in the coalition, you do know that's part of my heart. I love the coalition because I think it engages me with all the chapters. So while I am on a roll at New 5, I feel like I can go in any chapter and be cool because I got family everywhere in all these chapters. But I think you started with your Purple Blazer ceremony. We have an obligation, bro, to be gatekeepers now that we're in. And I think it started for me. And I crossed March 23rd, 2002. On March 24th, I didn't want anybody else in the fraternity. And y'all might say that's a real fucked up attitude, but I think we have a charge to make sure we have an exclusive organization. And you can't bring anybody to the table. Everybody's not made to be an Omega man. And I think we get into a point now, I ain't gonna say we're watering down what we have, but we have to be selective in our process. So it goes to intake, goes to sponsorship now, who we bring in that organization, because that's where it starts. The members of your organization is where everything starts at. Right. So we got to be careful who we bring into our organization. And then we do that at the coalition chapter level. It trickles up, it rolls up to the district level. We got a bunch of leaders. I mean, when KT came to me and said, "Now hit the enthusiasm that he has for this," bro, why not jump in this podcast? You got brothers with energy, with ideas. You bring them in, you nurture those ideas and help them grow up. So I'm doing my part there. I'm hoping that other brothers take interest. I hope we just sparking the flame now. But to see that means you guys and Alpha Mu, boy, that's some good guys at the table. They want to bring something new to your chapter. Right. You damn near double the size of the chapter with the last line. So I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to good things. But our obligation is once these guys become. I think I'll go back to that what I said earlier. Even though we said we don't want anybody else, once they cross those sands, become members of our organization, we have an obligation to make them be or help them be the best Omega man they can be. So it's all rooted in who we bring into our organization and helping them grow and be Omega man. I mean, I'm still learning. I have mentors that still teach me every day, and so we have to be an example to those guys. Living our creed is very important.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very important, man.
Indeed.
All right. Let me see. Ramon say. I see you saying. What it say? Lurch said he wants to know how you fit in the chimney. Oh man. And then let me see what Dr. Jefferson say. Does he have a vision for developing the next generation of leaders from the coalition and the 9th district? That's a good question.
That's an excellent question because I benefited actually for somebody having that vision for myself. Actually, I got introduced to district politics. It wasn't by a New 5 brother. We had a New 5 president engaged. If y'all remember Robin Morgan, he was in Roselle chapter. I was his assistant DKRS. What I would tell anybody, though, that has an interest in being in leadership, you can't do it from outside. You got to be in the room. I'd like to say, even though I was on the bosses of my chapter for 3 years, I feel like I've been a leader since I've been in the fraternity. You can't do it from outside, though. You got to be in the room and raise your hand. And then brothers got to see you doing the work. They got to see that you want to do the work. Got to start with committees. even the subcommittee, vice chairman, you got to do the work so brothers will trust you. That's the biggest problem, brothers, how with young brothers. You cross the sands today and tomorrow you want to be boss of the chapter. That's not really how it works. I mean, you gotta come and invest some time, and then brothers got to see that you really have the genuine care for the organization and your interests are not self-serving. And once you see that, brothers, you know who in the room that you can count on to get stuff done. So just as far as a vision, brothers, it's engaging brothers. I like to say, brothers, we have a big thing about reclamation, but if we reclaim brothers and don't put them to work and don't engage them, 2 or 3 years later, you try to reclaim them again. So we got to get brothers where they are, meet them where they are. Make sure we have something to interest them when they get engaged. And then like I would say at the coalition, it starts at chapter level, the coalition at district level, they are probably 30, 40 committees somebody can jump on to show a genuine interest. And once that happens, brothers, the leaders, just like the cream, rise to the top. And they're going to show themselves worthy of being a leader. We'll elect them, we'll appoint them, and we'll put them in place to be leaders. And they'll have an opportunity to show that. I think the coalition is doing a better job of doing that. We have in our coalition, I think, officers from 5 different chapters on the executive board right now. And then we rotate the committees. Like Achievement Week will go to somebody. You'll get the chair as a chairman from your chapter. You get an opportunity to get that exposure and show yourself and demonstrate your leadership skills over other people outside of your line.
Most definitely.
Facts. Indeed. I'm curious. I'm going a little off script here, Brother Bernard, but I'm just curious in terms of something you had to overcome, brother. Something you want to share that people may not know in terms of something that you had to overcome. It could be through Omega. It could be something personal that puts you on the platform of where you are right now in terms of being this confident. In terms of you I would say you're fairly young. I would say you're fairly young in the fraternity. Some would say, but
some would say.
Right. Your experience is so is that much further. Is there something that you had to overcome that sparked this? I know you talked about the barbershop. I'm just a little curious here.
It may go back to that, but there's a place for our process in Omega. There's a group of Indians I cross with it's 5 of us. That process is very humbling, bro. And doing this political thing is very humbling, bro. Because I walk in the door, I think I'm the best candidate. I got the resume, but I still got to do this dance to impress bros, to let them know I'm ready for the next step. This piece is this conversation is easy. But the political piece is very humbling because as brothers will look at you and unfortunately tell you something that they just say you want to hear it. They got to cast these votes, and we know we got the best program. But this piece is very humbling. Now to get to this point, as far as confidence, bro, like I said, man, this goes back to my grandma and my dad, my mom. My dad was in the Navy, so I've been doing this type thing as far as presenting confidence. Some call it cockiness, some may call it arrogance. But I presented this way for as far as I can remember, team. And even when I was trying to get on. So that when I said there's a place in the process, that was very humbling. I'm gonna go in the room. I think I'm gonna get the best looking chick. I think I'm gonna have the best game. I think I'm gonna get the brothers to go my way because I'm making the most sense. But I've been that way forever.
Right. Okay. I appreciate that.
And now looking at the so being able to kind of go through all those pieces, how do you plan to stay connected to the chapters and the bros across the district as you're doing now in that role? Because man, when I tell you, I see you a lot, right? But I know with more responsibility comes less of that time. So how do you plan on staying connected and getting out and still being amongst everybody?
But unfortunately, in this environment, man, we have a grand boss list that almost removed that veil. Right. I mean, I feel like he talked to everybody. So if the top leading fraternity has that kind of accessibility, surely I can't go hide in the hole. Now there's gonna be work to be done. So I'm gonna get less sleep than most brothers. We're gonna go to district meeting and kick it. And when we finish kicking it, I still gotta go do work. You can sleep in a little bit. I gotta be at the meeting 10 minutes early to be on the podium. You get to walk in there right before the door closes. So when you sign up for leadership, you sign up for that kind of thing. As far as accessibility, brothers, I mean, the roles that I have now, current district KF and International Achievement Week chairman, when I became district KF, I actually removed myself as vice president of the coalition. There's enough talent in our fraternity, in our chapters, in our coalition to go around. It'd be selfish for me to think I try to hold all these roles. We're developing people to step up. My vice chairman currently at the international level from the 10th district, I think he's ready. We have a guy in the outer 9th district, Brother Mayers. I think he's ready. So when I step up, I remove myself from other roles because I know people have been groomed to assume those leadership positions. So I don't have to hold on there. I don't have to hold the keys to everything. I still know how to drive the car. But I don't have to drive a car. I don't have to hold it. I can get the keys to somebody else. It's just like at the frat house, man. There was a time as a neophyte where it took a while for me to get the keys to the front door. But then once the brothers trusted me enough to be like, you can drive now. Like, here you go. You go open the lock. You open the door. You close the door. You're responsible now. It comes with time. It comes with putting in the work. But do I plan on still being the national chief meet chairman and being district KF? I mean, by natural progression, if I become first vice, I'm giving that role up. And that's a transactional role. But you pace yourself. You make it part of what you do. So then I know my committee cadence will be how my calls will go. Like during the course of the week, brothers, I may have 6 or 7 Zoom calls. It's just part of what I do, though. It's part of my calendar. It's part of how it works. So I blend it with my work life, my personal life, my family time. It's all blended together. So, and I still get a chance to kick it with the brothers. I mean, every Thursday night, man, my cigar crew, we get together. We don't talk fresh stuff. We it's part of what we do because most of us are all of us are brothers. But you got to decompress and have that time too to get away from the leadership, so they can appreciate it as well.
Yeah, that sounds like an invitation to me, brother.
Well, it is. As long as your skin is not thin, brother. Because I mean, nobody is exempt from what we do when the 4 band crews get together. Nobody's exempt, bro. So as long as your skin, if your skin's thin, bro, it's probably be a one-time visit, and we're okay with that. We're okay with that.
Got to be special to get in here. Look, man, let's take us a quick break. And when we come back, Doc, what you got up next? You got anything in the chamber right now?
Oh, yeah, I got a couple of things I want to ask. I'm not letting him go off the hook that easy. I got a couple of things I need to ask. Yes, sir.
All right, let's take us a quick break. And when we come back, man, we'll jump back into this interview. We'll be right back.
All good. Looking forward to it.
Look, before we keep going, I just want to, I know Dr. Jefferson looking, he remember this book. Hold on, can you even get to the book? Man,
there it is. There it is.
Look, that's the book right there, Lord. Look, pencil the least of my words. If y'all seen the episode with me and Dr. Jefferson last week, woo, man, we began to dig into the things that we're talking about right now, supporting our Black boys. And so just want to make a shameless plug for that book. Just throw that out there, man. Go to kttv.com. Make sure you go grab you 1 or 6 of them right there. All right, but now back into the work.
Yes, sir.
What you got?
Yes, sir. Hey, I need to know, and I'm just curious, and obviously, Brother DKF, I've explained as much as you can, or maybe you cannot share as much. We're going to talk about the Mighty Ninth here a little bit in terms of what do we need to do to better put our Mighty Ninth District in either greater leadership in IHQ level or just greater leadership. I know we have the Raybos of the world. We have a lot of things. What are your thoughts on that? Please, I'm very curious to see how you feel about that.
No, when I guess I got to get clarity on that question. You mean like to get to the level of vice grand and grand bosses, things like that? That sort of ascension? Is that what you're referring to? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I think I know the last grant we had was Brother Warren Lee, and we ended up being good friends. One is exposure, partnership, and just like anything, timing and being prepared when the opportunity presents itself. We're in a very unique situation in the 9th District now. We have 2 candidates for Grand KRS, and I think either one of them can do the job, but I think the cream's going to rise to the top. Petty infighting, though, will slow us down. And as you get to a certain level, the international level, you've been in those forums and those meetings, late night, the conclave, and those deals. There's got to be partnerships. The reason why I'm so confident where I am now, because I've been able to nurture my relationship with chapters in the coalition and in the district. That same thing, when you get to a certain level, you have to do that across districts. You have to be able to go to districts and nurture their relationship. Outside just going to ask for a vote. Our organization is based on friendship. And I think you heard me at the forum we did in Houston say I started with this. I would say about 70% of the brothers walk into a room already knowing who they're going to vote for.
Right.
And I'm okay with that because this organization is based on friendship and your relationship. And I can tell you, I'm gonna give you $1 million to the moon. You still go vote for the other guy because that's your friend. But I think I've nurtured my friendships enough to know that in addition to having those relationships, my track record of work also speaks for itself. So there are going to be 30% of the brothers, 25-30% of the brothers that say, I really want to get the best guy in the role, the best that puts us in the best position to be successful. And when we start moving that way, we got to get outside of saying, I want my chapter bro because he's my chapter bro. I want my LB because he's my LB. I want what's best for our organization. And if that's the case, I do believe we have the talent, the best talent in our district, and that will rise to the top. Again, it's about timing and being prepared when it's your time. But if we get out of the way of just my partner, my homeboy, and start looking at what's best for our organization, And just speaking from a place of confidence, because I know what I bring to the table, but I also know I got relations. Said. So you can tell Said, you can tell Sean whatever you want to tell them. They're gonna vote for Bernard. That's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be bros like that. But there's gonna be one or two bros that pick up that literature, pick up that card, look at your resume, talk to somebody about your track record, and they're gonna be like, you know what, dog, he gonna put us in the best position to be successful. And that's what we want when you get to a certain level of leadership.
That's right. That's
it.
Facts.
And so as we talk about picking up that card and that literature, what would you want bros to know about you that may not come across in a flyer or a campaign message?
That's why this is so great. Half the brothers ain't gonna read that card. One is too small. I try to fit so much stuff on it, bro. Because my resume, I mean, again, I'm taking this shot. My resume for 23 years, but I put up against anybody. That's just what it is. So we left like my Omega Man of the Year awards, bro. Bros, only brothers that complain about the Omega Man of the Year being on your resume are brothers that don't have them. My peers in my chapter voted for me to be Omega Man of the Year 7 times in 23 years. And that's not 7 times in a row. That's over the course of 20 years. So it's broken up. That demonstrates consistent high-level work and service to our chapter. The Shelley Stewart Award, which is a regional award, brother, that'll pop out. But outside of the resume, I think one of the new things I'm on now, I went to Austin. I joined this thing called the Friendship Initiative. That won't be on the resume. Going to see somebody at the hospital, going to visit Brother Thomas last week, going to see kids graduate, knowing all my brothers in my chapter, knowing all their wives. That family investment, that investment of time, you won't see that on the resume because, I mean, I crossed in the oldest chapter in Houston. We're turning 100 next year as a 21, 22-year-old young man with a bunch of older guys, brother. Irish Scott was one of my best friends when he passed. He was 104 when he died, bro. We were together probably once a week. So that kind of stuff will be in your resume because the investment in friendship, I don't know how you communicate it in writing. Brothers got to see it. Brothers got to see that you really invested what our organization stands for. And that friendship piece, brothers, if we are meeting there, I can talk to them blue in the face, but the friendship piece, brothers, that you can't write that down. You got to demonstrate. You got to show it. You show yourself friendly, and brothers show themselves friendly to you. I think, but you can't. I can't put that on a piece of paper. I just got to demonstrate it, bro. Again, bro, I would tell anybody, especially UKT, don't let anybody give you your impression of who a bro is. You meet him for yourself, because if bros took that place, I wouldn't have any friends. But I sit down and with you, have a drink with you, and then we'd be like, but no, he might be all right. I get that all the time, team. So I'm okay with that. I mean, but in a city with 5,000 brothers, but it's 5,000 brothers in the city, Houston, everybody ain't gonna be your best friend, bro. It's not gonna happen. Right. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna be your best friend. But once I become friendly with you, bro, you're welcome at my home, welcome at your, my daughter gonna know who you are. We're gonna go to kids' games. And that's what's gonna happen because it's an investment. I don't take friendship lightly. And I think that part, that won't be on the resume.
Most definitely. And that goes in with that statement. What they say, they won't remember what you said, but they'll always remember how you made them feel.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That's that friendship piece. Most definitely, man.
Hey, do I have a delay in my stuff? I want to make sure y'all can hear me. You can hear me okay, Brother KT?
But I would say it is a delay.
Yeah, I can get your words coming out quicker than your mouth is moving.
Yeah. Hey, we still keep rolling though.
Right. I wanted to just acknowledge that, they're having 100-year. Next year we're having our 20 years, so we're bonded in that capacity.
Well, I mean, that's a reach, but yeah, okay, yeah. It's a reach, but yeah, we'll take that.
A younger chapter. What would you say for a younger chapter?
We're looking forward to you all joining us for our celebration, but here's the good thing about seeing this, bro. We get to see your history being written. So when they talk about the founders of your chapter, I'll be able to say I knew Mr. Dixon, the one-man show when he crossed. It's not people living in Houston right now. They can say, I see got a son or grandson, a new HP Carter or OP DeWater, some of our founders. So we're in a fortunate place. We can see your chapter grow. So when you celebrate your 25th, your 30th, your 35th, your 40th, we hope to be around for that through your 50th. I don't know if I'll make it to your 100, but maybe you never can tell. With science, with AI and science, we may be able to do it. But as we're going back and preparing for our centennial, brothers, it gives me pause to see what our founders did. As confident as I am, brother, I think I may have had a hard time getting a new file when it started in 1926, and that's okay to say because they were the cream of the crop. And we got a banner to uphold as Omega Men across the board, particularly in my chapter. Now that we're doing the centennial celebration and looking back where they were founded, these guys were the guys in Houston. And I still think that about Omega Men, but we watered down our product a little bit. But in 1926, would I still be in the chapter? Maybe. I would have had a harder time. I probably wouldn't have scooted up to the front table as quickly. But if I wouldn't have got accepted, I would have had to. I'm reading about these guys now. We hope to start sharing this with the brothers soon too. These guys were top level, top notch guys in the city of Houston. Of course, now this was before we had 7, 8 chapters, but even still, these guys were the cream of the crop. And you have to think about where we come. We stand on their shoulders. And so doing this research preparing our centennial, when you get to your 50th anniversary, there's going to be somebody to read about KT and Nkrumah and say, bro, without being a bit of part of the chapter back in the day, when 30 years ago, when they were really selecting men of good caliber to be part of our organization moving forward.
Facts. Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah. So how do, and we talked about the 100 years, thinking about that tradition of just Omega, period. As you move into this new role, how will you balance tradition with innovation?
It's called growth. You can't bring in young guys and tell them they can be leaders, tell them have ideas, and then harness it and then handcuff them and don't give them opportunity to grow. I think internally in New Five, I bumped my head a few times. Y'all will never know it. I mean, hell, but I took them licks in that chapter meeting, bro. I got up in front of it and but we all go through that growth, but you got to give opportunity for guys to get in front of the chapter. That's where it starts.
Yeah.
It really starts online, really, but we're not talking about the process, but you got to give brothers the opportunity to grow. And it's going to be some learning, but we were still doing the same things we're doing in 1926. We would be having this Zoom call.
Most definitely.
And every time we bring a line in, we try to get the talent on that line. That you came in, you stood in front of the brother, said, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I can do this. Now it's time to step up and do your part. And I'm proud to say, bro, a lot of brothers are doing stuff I have no idea what they're doing. I wouldn't even touch it. I have no clue. I'm a little bit old school in that way, bro. If I get a way that works for me, bro, I'm gonna keep it working. But it's brothers that'll do stuff, man. I mean, best I can do is say I might touch ChatGPT. I might touch it, because I think I'm a pretty good writer. But there are brothers doing stuff now that I couldn't imagine doing 10 years ago. That's growing our organization across the board. But we got to give them opportunity to do that. And some brothers, unfortunately, are set in their ways because that's the only thing they know. That's what they hold on to. I've been fortunate to be in that middle ground between being a young bro and an old bro, so I can see the balance and the difference. We have some traditions in our chapter that we outgrew, that we're outgrowing currently, but we got some new stuff we're picking up that's going to help the chapter grow. So it's got to be a balance there. Omega's about tradition and culture, so let's not lose that. But also let's grow the organization. We can move it forward where possible.
Oh man, that's beautiful. Hey, KT, hit him with that rapid fire, man. I'm curious. Hit him with that rapid fire since I'm having this delay with in my video streaming. Hit him with that rapid fire.
Look, let's take one more little quick break. And then when we get back, we're gonna do rapid fire. Now,
do I need to get a vest or something, man?
No, man, but the thing is, don't think about it, just react to it. Rapid fire when we get back. We got 10 questions.
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the
All right, y'all, welcome back to the Bros Talk Podcast. I am your host, KT, with my co-host. Where you at?
That would be right. I'm here.
Hey. Oh,
I just got a little bit of delay. Yes, sir.
Hey,
it's all good.
Man, we got our guests in here. First Vice District
Candidate.
Brother Bernard Clayton Jr. Man, the party came and brought that good for us tonight, man. We appreciate all the information. Now, this is what we got. Rapid fire. We're going 10 questions.
Mm-hmm.
Do not think about it. Just give me the first thing come to your mind. Is you ready, brother?
I hope so, man. I hope so. Y'all gonna be the screen list for cuss words, whatever, right? So, all right, cool.
All right, what's one word that best describes your leadership style?
Confident.
What's the first value you think of when you hear brotherhood?
Friendship.
That was in my head. Who influenced you the most on your leadership journey?
Bernell E. Kuyan.
Ooh, man, you might have to give us who is that one, man? You might have to give us a little extra.
You want this rapid fire now? Finish and come back to that.
All right, we can do that then. Let's come back to that. What's one challenge the brotherhood must address right now?
Pull it talking.
Ooh. What's a habit you believe every strong leader should have?
Being able to listen.
What motivates you on days when leadership feels heavy?
Knowing that bros, when I would be in position that bros didn't trust my skills.
What does service mean to you in one sentence?
What is what?
service mean to you in one sentence?
It's the rent we pay to live on this earth.
Ooh, what was? Come on, man, you messing up my rapid fire, man, with these answers, man.
You said it was rapid fire, brother.
What's one misconception people have about district leadership?
That we are not common. Like we don't listen to the bros that put us in this position.
Finish this sentence. Leadership is about
service.
Ooh, and what message do you want every bro listening tonight to hear?
This is a tricky one now. This is about wrap up, or this is how you want me to play this one?
That's the last question.
What? All right, let me ask the question to me again. My bad, I took too long.
All right, let's say what's one message do you want every bro listening tonight to hear?
Bernard might just be all right. He might just be all right.
Look. Might just be all right. No, man, that's it. I just wanted to go through those questions. And so now, as we get ready to land this plane, man, the biggest piece I wanted to talk to you about lastly was just thinking about the brothers that are coming behind us, and the legacy that you want to leave for yourself. When it's all said and done, man, what is the legacy that you want to leave for Bernard Clayton Jr. before you close this Omega thing out and enter the Omega chapter?
Oh man, that's a real heavy question, brother. I think I'm still writing my book in Omega, but it'll be how bros speak about you once you're not around. Those bros that remember what you did, like you said earlier, to impact their life and how you made them feel. I can talk to them Boniface about who I think I am, but to me it's more important, and I don't have to hear it from them, right? Because them bros when they're taking that drink at the frat house after my service, wherever it's at, and the bros sitting around smoking their cigars, start telling them stories. I hope that I'm reflected upon fondly. It's gonna be some good stories, I think, because if we really friends, all my true friends got a real good Bernard story that won't be written down anywhere. That'll be talked about around a campfire, around a bonfire, around a good drink when that time comes. So that I've impacted brothers enough to have a good story and left a good impact on their lives and their kids' lives and their sons' lives and their nephews' lives when I'm gone.
That's it, man.
Excellent. Hey, that's good stuff, Brother Bernard. Excellent stuff, brother.
All right,
final words that you wanted that you'd like to make sure that Neos need to know. I think you kind of blessed it, but anything you want to emphasize, Neos need to know.
There was a brother we used to have in the Houston area coalition. He was not in the chapters. Wolf Dog should tell all the brothers, man, treat them all the same. No matter how you meet them, we meet each other in friendship. I hope the brothers know that we meet each other in friendship, and the finances play a role in it because we got to keep these chapters going. But we treat every brother the same until they give you a reason not to. But that means you got to go meet the brothers. I tell any Neo that if you go through a district meeting cycle and through a conclave cycle, and your friend group is still on your line, brothers, you aren't really benefiting from Omega. You aren't benefiting from the friendship that's associated with being part of our organization. If your whole Omega life and journey is encompassed with your LBs and your chapter brothers. And that's unfortunate. Some brothers don't experience Omega because that's all they get out of it. They sit around their chapter and they think they're good. I mean, they don't go anywhere. They don't experience this. What we have when we crossed by our first clade was Charlotte. That first clade. That's why I put that bar between spring and fall 02. Because if you wasn't a bruh in spring 02, you didn't get to go to that first Charlotte conclave. You got to get out and road trip, bro. You got to get out and meet bros and appreciate who we are as an organization. You can't do that just sitting around. I mean, you got to get. Omega's not an easy journey for a neophyte, however old you are, from 20 to 60, however old when you crossed, everybody went through that neophyte year. You're like, man, why did I do this? You get in, put that work in, bro. You start appreciating what it is that we have as an organization, and it gives you a love that wants you to make sure that the people you bring in also hold those same values true when it's time for you to start bringing people to our organization to help it grow. Because we do have a responsibility, keep Omega growing. So we have that responsibility. So treat our brothers the same, get out and make some new friends until they give you a reason not to. And some brothers will, because unfortunately, everybody's not brother. I hate to say that, but get out and meet some brothers, man. So when I see the guys that Purple Blazer ceremony I came to last week, the first thing I'm gonna ask them, man, what have you done to make Omega better? And have you met friends outside your LBs, real true friends outside of your line brothers? And that just comes from being outside of just going to 50-15 and having a drink and going to the CI. You got to go and invest time to get new friends. You got to do that. You got to sit down and make some new friends.
Most definitely. That's it, man. Well, look, as we close out, I want that. A lot of the times I take these and I break them down, make them smaller clips. Looking into the camp, at the audience, at the bros who's gonna be end up making that vote. Give me that last candidate message.
So I know you edit this part out before you put it in there, but that was a time, and then Krumah could tell you this. When I ran for office before, I didn't do a tagline, I didn't do a rehearsed script, but I do want brothers to see, because I've tagged this campaign with a confident, capable, and committed journey. So just know this: I'm confident, I'm walking in my purpose, and I'm not asking for permission. I'm capable of doing the work of Omega, not just talking about it. And I'm committed to showing up for the brotherhood each and every time. And in your first vice, you get a confident, committed, and capable brother in Bernard R. Clayton Jr. Now I appreciate the time, brothers.
Bro, we appreciate you. We appreciate them. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Excellent stuff. Road to the
I appreciate you all providing this forum, team. I certainly appreciate it.
Yes, sir. All right, Dr. Dixon, anything on your end before we get out of here?
Hey, friendship is always essential to the soul. I appreciate what you've done for us, Brother Bernard. All right, good luck to you.
I appreciate your support. Your support,
team. I
appreciate it. Well, get the brush registered now to try to double the size of the chapter, man. I know y'all bring y'all 25 votes to San Antonio, man. So we can go and get this thing on done, man. We aim to, when I say I'm the front runner, bro, I'm sure you can record this, you put it out there. I say I'm the front runner because I'm confident that I got the support. But I need your 25 votes to be there, so we don't have to go to a runoff. We want to get this thing on first ballot, man.
Yeah, that's it. All right, y'all. Well, once again, Brother Clay, thank you for sharing your journey, your wisdom, and your heart with us tonight. Thank everybody for tuning in. If you have not went and subscribed to the Brothers Talk podcast, because what we'll do right now, we are live on my website, live on the YouTube, but I'll switch it over because YouTube gave me a hard time about streaming. So next week, we streaming straight to the Brothers Talk YouTube. So be ready for that, Dr. Dixon. We pulling up. Dr. Jefferson say, Roo. Hey, and we in the building to the good brothers. All right, y'all, that will do it. This is KT and Dr. Dixon. Once again, Brother Bernard Clayton, first vice district candidate. Thank y'all for pulling up on us.
And we'll do this again. We'll do this again once the election is over, man. You won't have to say candidate no more. You do it.
That's a bet. Hey, I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm looking forward to it.
Lock them in.
Hey, this is KT for KTTV signing out.
I appreciate
this is Darnell with Broadcast Houston.
This is Dr. Tamara Beckford.
Hey, this is Candace.
This is London Underwood.
This is Kirsten Bass with Inner City Greens, and you're watching.
Y'all are now tuned in to
KTTV.
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 KTTV.